What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is just too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my best pal, Mr. Seán Mead. Seán, how's it going, bud?
It's going well, bud, in great form. After we had a lovely weekend where we hung out with our patrons on a Google Meet call.
Did that happen this weekend? Was that this weekend?
Weekend just gone there, wasn't it?
It just seems like a dream. It seems like it was years ago.
I keep thinking about it over and over. I can't say when it was.
We want to send out a special thank you to everyone who showed up. It's very lovely to see all the patrons and all that kind of. They all just drop in. Basically, it was like a 2.5 hour Google Meet call where we all just jumped on and we ranked DC movies and we just all had a dumb chat about very silly things.
Could have been longer. We were late to our own Google Meet call, it turns out.
Here's a funny story. So for anyone who wasn't invited, I was meant to set up the meeting. I had an oopsie. I was meant to start it at 1:30, but on the Google calendar, I accidentally selected 1:15. So me and Sean had a meeting beforehand because we were like, as we do, we just jumped on our own call and we were like, sure, will we jump in together? Because it's weird if one of us joins and the other one doesn't and everyone's just there looking at one of us.
Yeah, we're a package deal here, people.
We're a package deal. And so we were in the other call and then I checked and I was like, wait, that call started at 1:15. This is like 1:29. We were actually over nearly 15 minutes late to our own hangout.
It was very embarrassing, and we're sorry for that. It won't happen
Everyone
again.
was just sitting there.
What do you do? Like, so
what do you talk about?
What if we just didn't show up? Like,
we stood up our own listeners.
So it won't always be like that. Usually we're on the ball.
This is our pitch. This is our pitch to come to the next one. Is that like we will have it sussed out by that point. We'll have it figured out. We'll kind of like maybe I'm thinking we set it up for a time that we know when it starts, and then we go at the starting
and then
time.
We stick to that time.
I'm thinking that. I don't want to break the rule book too much.
But regardless of our scheduling kerfuffles, we ranked all of the DC movies from 1996 onwards. And
1966 onwards.
That's what I said, 1966 onwards.
Oh, I thought you said 1996. I do apologise.
No, Conor,
I was like, Batman and Robin. That's it.
Look, for me, that's when cinema started.
This is cinema.
But we just had a bit of a chat about how the show is going, things are coming in the future, all that kind of stuff. So big shout outs to all of the Patreons for coming and supporting us.
And you're going to be getting a movie review later on this week, just to let you all know. And the movie we've chosen is Green Lantern. So if you would like to hear our Green Lantern review, you can head on over to the Patreon now and get all access to basically every movie review we've ever done and get access to all the hangouts we ever do. But Sean, we've got weird news to talk about.
Yes, we do.
What is the concept of weird news? If this is somebody's first episode.
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man who has been too busy being late to his own meetings to look at any weird news. You'd think I'd have so much extra time.
What do you do with that time off?
Usually just sit in silence until the voices stop. Yeah.
Panic. I wait until they quiet down before I click join.
It's just better for everyone, really.
So, Sean, we are starting off this week with another animal on the loose that I feel like could be one of the animals that gets talked about on the show for several months. So we've covered a lot of animals that maybe have... My main one that I'm thinking of, Hank the Tank from last year.
Yeah.
Who was a bear that was robbing people and then turned out to be 3 bears that were robbing houses in one particular area in America.
Yeah, wasn't there a peacock or a pheasant or something that was causing issue in a housing
There was
estate?
a pheasant.
Well, Conor, you would see them as peasants, of course.
Well, I would see them as peasants, of course. Regard me as your lordship from now on, please. No. So this week, Sean, we have Gary, the prick goat, breaks into homes, steals underwear and headbutts anyone in his way.
What the fuck? The prick goat? Is that like a type of goat, or is he just a prick?
No, he's just a prick. He's just a bit of a prick. This is in the headline. So, Anne Lomas bought a goat from a breeder as an idea that children visiting her alpaca farm could walk him. But instead, the animal has terrorised the local neighbourhood ever since. So, this is Gary's story, Sean. Anne bought the animal in 2021 to accompany her Willow Lane alpacas farm on the fringes of the Lake District in Cumbria. Everyone's favourite Lake District.
Very good.
Thank you. The goat, called Gary, may look adorable, but he has caused carnage in the area. Within hours of arriving at the farm, Gary harassed other animals in order to steal their food, while not afraid to headbutt anyone or anything that ever came near him. Sean, Gary's a menace.
Gary's a prick. It's like a headbutt from a goat is serious business.
Yeah.
They can actually do some damage. They also have horns and shit like that. Has he just not been around other animals or humans before, though? Like, is it his fault?
See, we don't know. So Anne told the news that Gary has been a nightmare from the get-go. Pretty much the first day he was here, he broke into the hen shed and started chasing them around and eating all of their food. Within a few days, I had to separate him from the other goats because he kept headbutting them with his horns.
So wait, you had a rake of goats already and you decided, let's just get another goat?
Yeah.
What? But, like, just let the kids walk the big goats that are calm and chilled out.
But, I mean, she didn't realise that Gary was a fucking lunatic when she got him. She was just getting another goat.
You don't just... But it's not like you get to look at the goat before you buy it, surely. You don't just go on Amazon and order a goat.
That's what I do. What do you do?
I go to my local reputable goatery and
One goat, please.
Yeah, it's like looking at a lobster tank, and I just like, I'll have that one.
They're all swimming around.
Yeah, it's a really weird goat farm near me.
They just all are dead. None of them can swim, just floating.
Oh God.
So I put him in with the alpacas as they're bigger than him and they can handle him. So she had to take him out of the goat area, put him in with the alpacas because Gary's such a prick.
I don't think that logic is like, if a dog misbehaves, you don't put it into the lion enclosure. Like,
so how else is he going to learn? You got to teach him.
He's become alpha of the lion, so no.
But before long, he started escaping the alpaca area. The alpaca farm owner has received calls from locals in nearby Grange-over-Sands, what a name, saying that the mischievous goat has been stealing their underwear and would turn up with bras and pants on his head after taking them off washing lines.
A pervert goat, is he?
It's not ever touched on, but he may be a pervert. Now, he's a prick, but he's also might be a pervert. That we're just touching on that at the minute. That's
it, yeah. There could be an element of sexual deviance to the goat that we're not addressing. We just want to blanket the story with that statement.
His erratic behaviour does not stop with just
his erotic behaviour.
Gary has his erratic.
Oh, sorry, genuinely misheard. Sorry.
His erratic behaviour that can be described as erotic.
Oh,
Gary has terrified customers by jumping on their picnic tables and eating their lunch. He once broke into someone's house, with the owner finding him asleep in the living room, while he has also become adept at bursting footballs with his sharp horns, which Anne has tried to tackle by putting foam pool noodles on them, but he just shakes them off and continues bursting all the footballs within a 10-mile radius.
He is genuinely just being a prick, like. He's just destroying things for the sake of
it. So, Gary has become a local celebrity after Anne started filming him. Basically,
hire an animal trainer, Anne. Don't just film the fucking goat doing devilment. Hire someone professional.
I tell you what you do. You get a bigger goat. There's no point putting them in with the alpacas. They're not going to teach them anything. What you need is a goat coming in with a packet of cigarettes in his sleeve, maybe some sort of spiderweb tattoo, maybe a teardrop tattoo. Mm-hmm. He walks in, long, slow drag. He's the new boss in town. He's here to sort out Gary.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking this as more of like an intimidation. I was thinking like the Scared Straight program, but for goats.
We send them on one of them.
We send him into a prison.
But we do it with humans, so you can't understand what's going on, but they're screaming at him.
Yeah. No, like the regular whatever program there is, he just joins that particular group, and it's full of humans, and he's a goat.
16, 15-year-olds, and Gary at the end, just kind of looking at the big, massive, muscly man at the front, saying, like, I could have been I could have been a contender, but I'm in here, and all you motherfuckers shouldn't be doing crime.
Yeah, exactly. Now, like, if you were this goat's neighbour, at what line do you look at calling someone? Because Anne clearly can't look after this goat, because it keeps getting the fuck out and terrorising the town. So what do you do there?
Apparently he went too far last month when he bit one of the nearby farmers' arses.
Again, deviance.
They've also dubbed Gary's paddock as the prick paddock on the farm, and they put him in there when he has done some bad shit, and it gives him time to think about his actions and to give other animals a break from his bullying.
Here's a thought. Stop letting him out of the prick paddock unless he's not being a prick anymore. So
here's the thing. Shithousery, we can deal with humans. This is Gary the shithouse. Gary the prick goat. How do you deal with a goat, Sean? We come to you as our resident animal handler. Sean, how do we deal with a goat that is a bit of a fucking prick but has not committed any crimes, just general nuisance and mischief behaviour?
Yeah, okay. You're going to need to get the goat to be sound somehow. So, what do goats like? Let's have a think.
What's the natural predator of the goat?
How dare you throw this question to me? And be like, oh, just solve this, but make it be funny.
The fear in your eyes.
It's real. It's very, very real. Goat.
I might as well give you a Rubik's Cube. Here we go. Okay, I knew you'd come up with some. Go on.
We go to the past, okay?
It's a terrible plan so far.
We go to one of the emerging pagan cultures in Cumbria at the time, and we just do we have Gary on a little leash, and what are they doing at that time? Go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt. I have my hand up just to let you know that at this current point in your plan, we have created the time travel and we're using it to set Gary straight.
It's the
and
only
nothing
way.
Else.
Yeah, that's it. One and done. One use.
I just wanted to be clear that is what we're using the power of time travel for in this current plan.
Yeah, that's... okay. Are you clear on that now? Can I continue?
I'm all in. I'm all in. I think it's a fucking fantastic idea. I have nothing else to change.
So, we're in this pagan community in Cumbria in, I want to say, the 11th century.
Oh, why not?
I don't know if they were active at that time, but whatever. But what goes on there? A load of sacrifices to various deities, Conor, for a plentiful harvest and such. What are they sacrificing? Only goats, okay?
So your plan is to go back in time to sacrifice Gary in a situation that we could do now, and you wouldn't have to go back in time to do.
No, you can't sacrifice animals now. It's not allowed. You have to go to the past.
But well, technically no, because you could just you could say, "Oh, I'm sacrificing you for a plentiful harvest, Gary, for next season because of global warming." It might even work better because back then they had fucking loads of harvest. I can only assume.
I mean, well, you don't know. What if? Oh. I've cracked the whole thing open, Conor.
So far your plan is time travel. Go on.
Yeah, no, and I'm still on that. So we've travelled back in time with Gary to pagan times in Cumbria, whenever that
Gary's
was.
Gary's coming with us. Interesting.
Yeah, Gary's coming with us, right? We go back because we're like, look, we're going to show you what a goat sacrifice is like. We turn up, they're like, we've never sacrificed a goat before, but we'll try it because our harvest has been shit. They sacrifice Gary, thus leading to the whole goat sacrificing tradition.
So we're starting, but then you would have to specifically find the point in time just before they sacrificed the first goat.
Yeah.
There's no way you're currently Googling when was the first time they sacrificed a goat, because there's no way that is known.
paganism. Apparently. No, that's paganism. That's modern paganism. When is original? It's fucking ages old. It's
did
so
you not
good.
realise we have a time travel? Oh, go on.
Sorry. I just looked up pagan first. When was pagan introduced? And it said X-Men 2000. Because there's a character called Pagan.
I have a new plan. Time travel. Back to the set of X-Men 2. Give Gary the Goat to the actor playing Pagan the character. Call it a day. No more actually needs to be done.
But then he's a prick goat in Hollywood. Think of all the things he could get up to, Conor.
Yeah, but at that point he's not our problem anymore. He's not Anne's problem. We've solved Anne's problem by transferring the problem over.
Wait, so your use of time travel is to take this goat back to the year 2000?
Yes. No, that's the first X-Men. Sean, the second X-Men...
They said the first X-Men in the Google search result.
My apologies. The first... Yes, that is the that is what I want to do.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do in 2000 at the time? Want to warn anyone of anything, or...
I think anything we want to change, we tell Gary, and he'll make it happen. Like we tell Gary the Goat about Y2K that it's probably not going to happen. Like, there's no need to worry. And just all the stuff that's going to happen probably in later years, and he'll probably remember it. He's a bit forgetful, but I'm sure he'll tell them.
Or he won't, because he's a prick. He'll keep it off.
He's a bit
himself.
of a... See, that's the risk we had to take. I don't feel comfortable telling them all that, because they'll just throw me to the wolves. Like, we'll be sacrificed as people who are pretending to know shit. Whereas if we were, I would say, in, let's say, the year 686, that's the best year I'm getting, then maybe we'd be like, oh, they're the best, and then we're the new kings of Cumbria, or whatever. So but once again, your plan kind of decides that we don't come back. Like, we go back, and then we just stay there as kings.
I said it's one way. So, like, we're in this.
What?
Like,
I don't want to join this plan.
You're in this now. Look, you brought me this problem.
We're in one.
You're in one. There's only one way to solve it. And that's that we both go back to the year 686 with Gary the Goat, so we can sacrifice him, thereby ensuring a plentiful harvest and the continuation.
Can I just make a new
plan?
plan? Yeah. Big cannon. Stick Gary in it. Call it a day.
Do you think a goat could survive a cannon?
So we want to find out. To be honest, see, I don't want to condone cannoning goats, but what I'm going to say is if the goat is a particular big prick, then you kind of have to.
I don't think you have to, though. I think
it's frowned upon not to.
I think he needs a one goat kind of farm. What they need to get him to an old farmer who's an absolute prick themselves.
Yes.
And just have and all their animals are dead because they're miserable, and then none of the crops will grow because all the land is sour because of all their fucking sour attitude.
And it's going to start off and they're against each other, they won't even look at each other. And then over maybe a few months, maybe through a montage, they'll learn that to respect each other, and also that they're not so different.
This is the thing, because Gary's going to go there in, I would say, late summer, early autumn. They're not going to get on for a few weeks. Winter hits, Conor. It's cold out there. Farmer feels bad for Gary. Invites him in, gives him a bowl of soup.
And a spoon. He's like, I can't use this, I'm a goat. And then that's he
how
says that.
Gary
he says that out loud, which is actually, that surprises the farmer as well.
Yeah, and he also says, don't worry about Y2K. I don't know why that's in my head, but you're not meant to worry about it.
It's the one thing I know. I like the idea we told him that and then still sent him to now. Like, he never went back in time. We just told him about Y2K.
Yeah, like, it's going to happen again, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, lad. This is genuinely, it's above your head. I have to be honest with you, Gary. So, I mean, Gary, he's running rampant currently. Gary the prick goat. We've obviously solved it. You give him to an even grumpier farmer, they fall in love, you have a movie based off it, and then maybe some sort of, what you need at the end of that movie is some sort of goat competition that Gary is too wild to enter, but through the bonding of love and friendship actually learns to control himself, and then ends up winning the competition that will eventually give the farmer enough money to save his farm.
He doesn't need to win, Conor. He doesn't need to win. He just needs to better himself.
Yeah, he loses, but then you have a scene like in Cool Runnings where he's carrying his own little... He's carrying himself off and everyone just starts...
Yeah.
Everyone just bursts into clapping.
It's like the end of Real Steel, Conor. It's exactly like the end of Real Steel.
Actually, we got given out to, because we have moved Movie Mondays to monthly.
Yeah.
So it's no longer weekly. And someone has pointed out that every single week since then, on Weird News, we have talked about movies.
Yeah, because we're excited about them again.
We love movies.
We love film.
But it's always like from movies from 2001.
That's our wheelhouse.
Okay, we got to move on from Gary the Prick.
I
just think I wish we all could. Anne wishes as well. We don't know what to do with them, but I think we've given you some ideas.
Yeah, take those away now and work on them.
Improve on them. Maybe a spider diagram, and then just a few lines coming out of it, and then figure out your own next plans.
How often do you make a spider diagram in your everyday life?
Oh, in school nearly every day.
Yeah, I used to do it a lot in school. Not once since I left.
Ever since I've left, I don't have enough things going on in my life that I need to plan.
Well, like Google Meet calls that you need to be on time for.
That's true. Spider diagram, turn up on time. Question, another line, no.
Question mark, or don't, either. Whichever's good.
So, Sean, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and it is: woman passes her driving test on her 960th attempt after spending 11 grand on testing.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I'm all for bettering yourself. But if I get in the car and you tell me I failed 959 times,
yeah,
probably not going to do. I'm saying this as a man as well who did one driving test and failed it and has never done one since.
You got scared.
Noise. I got
fucking scared. So you did.
I came up to record the show to you.
You did.
I was like a fucking dog for the day. I was just so mad.
You were fuming. And then when I said I passed first time, you weren't too happy either.
No, you really drilled that home a couple of times as well.
First time, no faults, just easy peasy.
No faults.
No worries.
No faults. No. Look, who needs to drive? And it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's stressful.
There's a single tear when there's
I get by all right.
A South Korean woman finally passed her driving test on her 960th attempt after spending more than 11 grand to get her licence. So she first attempted the written test in April 2005.
Ooh,
Sean.
A good year.
And after failing it for the first time, she continued to retake it every day, 5 days a week, for 3 years, with a total of 780 attempts of the written exam.
Every day? Wait, just the written exam?
Yeah, oh no, this is just the written part, Sean. She hasn't gotten into the car yet.
What the how? Surely there's a set number of answers that can be given.
Logically, it can only be a certain amount of answers.
Did it get at a certain point you're just trying every possible combination of answers?
That must be the way you do it, yeah. Which would end up with maybe about 780 attempts.
But surely they tell you what ones you got wrong and give you the correct answer, right?
Well, no, that would make sense, but maybe she just is a bit forgetful. So she later started taking the test only twice a week until she finally passed, before having to move on to the practical test. So she failed basically 950 times on the written exam until she went to the driving test, which she then tried 10 times to pass, because obviously you have to do them once every 6 months. Didn't get as much time to do them.
Yeah.
And she did it on her 10th go, she passed, meaning she went through 960 exams in total before she finally got her licence.
Jesus Christ. What a racket it is to learn how to drive as well. It's just a fucking thing.
Also, I was trying to do the maths, and I was like, in Ireland, if you did it 960 times, you're well above 10 grand, surely.
100%. What's a lesson? 50 or 60 quid?
50 quid for a lesson. You got to do the written exam, which is €40.
Yeah.
And then you got to do 12 lessons before you're allowed to do the exam. And the 12 lessons are €300, $350.
Yeah. And then, and if you get to 12 lessons, but if you're doing your driving test, you're probably getting extra lessons on top of that.
So each extra lesson is normally a test driving lesson, so our driving tests, so they do basically a mock exam, And they normally charge like 70 quid a pop for one of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculously expensive. So,
and then also the test costs like another €80 as well.
Yeah, and then you have to like renew your license and pay for your license and everything like that. I still have the provisional license. It's just it's handy for ID. But like, sorry. Also, I got ID the other day. I was buying wine and like a load of vegetables and groceries, and I'm like, this is not my play. I'm not buying this to cover up. Like, I'm making dinner. I'm using the wine for cooking.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
That is what they all say, true.
There's some lad outside the Aldi just slumped in the corner covered in wine with a big bag of peppers beside him.
But like, Conor, you know him. Like, look at me. Do I look under 18?
Yes, you do. Yeah, I'd give you a 14 at a max. 14, a very hairy 14-year-old.
That 14-year-old's been through some horrible things. A
full face of beard, but 14 is what I would give you.
All right, 14 out of 10, is it? Thanks a million, bye. Appreciate it.
You have a musical taste of a 14-year-old. I will certainly give you that.
Yeah, but okay, kettle, it's pot, you're black.
What are you talking about?
Where are you going to next week?
Oh, Paramore.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Apparently, actually, Jess was in work last week and she mentioned that we were going to Paramore and they told her that nobody had ever heard of them.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
They've not heard of Miss Hayley Williams?
Of them, and none of them had heard of Paramore.
That's disgusting. Are they like...
So maybe we're talking here and nobody's heard of Paramore either.
Paramore is a just seminal emo band from when we were teenagers.
Were you never 16? Like what are you talking about?
How do you... They had some of the biggest songs of the time and of this time.
Loads of number ones. Loads of number ones, lads.
Hayley Williams had a whole solo album. It was class.
What was the new Fall Out Boy album like?
Oh, it's so good. It's unreal.
Good?
It's so good. It's like Folie à Deux, but like just a continuation. It's so good, Conor.
So it's better than like the last album.
It's better than Mania, I would say. It's like my peak Fall Out Boy era, which is like Folie à Deux. There's like Infinity on Highs in there, Under the Cork Tree. Oh, I love all Fall Out Boy things. Mania's still a good album. Look, I'm just an emo. What can I say?
My favourite Fall Out Boy song is Alpha Dog. That's all I'm going to say, right? Sean's so excited that I just threw Alpha Dog out.
My man.
You're like, holy shit.
Do you want my ticket? Because you can have it.
I can have it, thanks very much. You told me, what concert did you see last year? It was like Paramore, Fall Out Boy and Blink-182 or something.
No, it was the Hella Mega Tour. So it was Weezer, Fall Out Boy and Green Day in one concert. And I was like, this is it. I could die right here and I'd be happy.
if this is 2005 all over again and I'm having the best time ever.
It's like it never got better for me.
My one stat is that St. Jimmy was, I think it's track 6 on American Idiot by Green Day.
Perfect album, by the way.
Maybe track 5 or track 6, but I said that and someone was just like, How do you know what track number St. Jimmy is on American Idiot, the 2004 album? Because
I had an MP3 player that could hold exactly one album's worth of music.
Because he starts at 1, 2, 3, 4 and then he goes into it. Everyone knows that.
It's like 9 minutes, but it's fucking good, man.
No, that's Jesus of Suburbia. 908, Sean. 908. Yeah. Let's not get into it. Terrible in a table quiz. No, nothing else.
I really specced into American Idiot trivia here.
American Idiot trivia and random facts about movies. That's about it.
Honestly, it's pretty good. It's pretty widespread.
So, Sean, we need to get back to the driving test because according to the reports,
emo? I know far more about Fall Out Boy than I do about driving. Conor,
we're starting a new music podcast, and it's only based off those bands.
It's just us being like, yeah, this was really good.
Do you remember that album, 2007?
It's a 5-minute long show. Music Mondays. Let's replace it.
Oh, it's back. Yes. According to reports, the worst music taste ever, by the way. Just the two of us being like, that's pretty good. Nobody's talked about that band for 10 years.
It's like all these cool underground bands. No. Just give me more Paramore.
I don't want to know what's happening right now. What happened when I was 12 is really what I want to know.
Also, Block Party are playing. They're opening for Paramore as well, which is fucking huge. I was talking to someone during the week, didn't know who Block Party were.
I'm going to say something negative. When we went to see McFly last year in London, they had an opening band called Milk. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Milk. I hadn't.
No.
The crowd were not into them.
Oh, dear.
They were like a screamo band, but they were opening for McFly. So you could understand the dichotomy of what was happening there.
This is Milk. Yeah, I'm Googling Milk and it's just giving me the dairy product. Milk Band? Milk the music. 4-piece pop band based in Dublin?
So they came out, they screamed a lot, they went mad, and everyone was there with like, it was like all people in like 20s, 30s, 40s, or there with their children who like McFly, and the vibe was not matching, and it was one of those moments where I was like, oh lads, oh no lads.
Do you want to just dial it back? No one will judge you.
This is not your audience. I feel bad for you because they were putting it all in, but it just was like, in another room I think this could do quite well,
but in this particular room we're not really feeling this.
So Seán, when she finally got her licence, we all went out cheering and hugged her, giving her flowers. This is her driving instructor telling them.
Wow.
As she finally got her licence, she spent nearly €13,000 on the driving lessons, or to get her driving licence. It feels like a huge burden falling off our back, said her driving instructor.
Oh, the instructor said it. We're glad to be rid of her, quite frankly.
We didn't have the guts to tell her to quit because she kept showing up.
That's kind of heartbreaking. What's she going to do now, though? Like, is she just going to drive during the day?
Yeah, like what? I mean, she has a licence now, Seán. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
That's true, but like, so say she was given an hour a day at the test. That's 2 extra hours in her week that she now has to deal with. Think of what you could do with 2 extra hours, Conor.
I mean, there has to be a point before 960 times when someone decides that driving just isn't for them.
Yeah,
surely.
In South Korea as well. I'm assuming it's fairly well connected.
It's not like Dublin where there's no fucking transport whatsoever. Like, I'm sure there's some way to get around.
Yeah, but also driving in Dublin is like, it's not the best way to get around by far. Like, I get if you were like out in the sticks in the countryside or something, but if that's the case, how are you getting into town 2 or 3 times a week to do a fucking driving exam?
How many times would you have to fail the written exam before you stop doing the written exam?
Honestly, I mean, look at me. I failed it once.
You failed once and you've never done it again, and that was 2018.
Look, no, it was 2019 and COVID happened then. So,
okay.
You know, and COVID's still going on,
course.
So I'm not going to do it ever.
Still I refuse to come back.
But like, what's the thing you could do? You could fail the most times and still be allowed to do it. Like, if you failed your pilot exam 10 times.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, I still think you shouldn't be allowed on the road after a certain amount of tries. Because you might just get lucky once, but clearly you weren't good enough the other 700 times.
Yeah, it's the odds game. Like, you're not betting on the horse that has lost every race but one.
Yeah.
You know?
Because like, you would just need one good day where all the traffic goes your way, and then you just do like a half decent one. You get like 9 marks against you instead of 10, and you just pass with the skin of your teeth.
You just get it over the line. But like, if this is a terrible thing to say, but if there's any accident or anything involved, like, does that come back to the test centre? Like, if
there's any accident in South Korea, I think this woman might be responsible.
Honestly, especially after this week. But like, it's at a certain point, does the company not have to step in and be like, listen, it's not happening? When
she's about to start her new exam, a hand just comes in, just grabs the pen.
Yeah.
It's like, stop. No. Genuinely cease.
you are officially banned.
Well done, though. I think it's a fantastic story. She's out to kill people on the road.
No, look, fair play to her for doing it. I'm talking a lot of shit for someone who can't drive. So.
But that's what I like about you. You have the confidence of someone who does have a licence.
That's all I need.
So, Seán, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and this kind of flows into some of the stories we've discussed over the last year have involved food ideas. That bowl that adds a salty flavour to food that you eat.
Using batteries and shit.
Using batteries for the spoon and the bowl. We also covered the fact that they're bringing back woolly mammoths from ancient Ice Age times through science?
Question mark? But that's to compact ice to stop global warming. Surely there's a better way to do that. Anyway, what wild new fun invention has science cooked up for us today?
Somebody has combined those ideas together, Seán, because I have startup makes giant meatball out of lab-grown mammoth meat.
This I hate less.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it's like, what's the gay, like, because it's mammoth meat. Fine, if you want to taste mammoth meat, that's fine. And you're not technically hurting an animal because it's grown in a lab. Lab-grown meat is grand in my book.
I mean, we're going to have to start doing it a lot more, I think, at a certain point in the near future, to be fair. A meatball made of lab-grown mammoth meat was unveiled at a science museum in the Netherlands on Tuesday. The process for making cultured meat usually starts with cells taken from a living animal, but at this point, it's very hard to do that due to the fact that the woolly mammoths no longer exist. None of them around. Can't take the cells.
I've seen Ice Age.
You know Ice Age, the little thing with the nut. In this case, the mammoth genes were inserted into a sheep cell. The VOW Chief Scientific Officer James Ryle said at the unveiling, the mammoth gene was then overexposed so it would be more prevalent in the final product than the sheep gene. Seán, science is fucking amazing when you think about it.
It is mad that you can just do that. You can put an animal in a different animal and have it be born.
Now, here's the issue though, because Tim Noakesmith, who's the founder of VOW, which is the startup who did this, he said no one has tasted the meat so far.
What? Oh, do you want to be the first person to taste it?
Well, he said the protein in it is literally 4,000 years old.
Do you think it'll taste better or worse?
I don't know if meat is like wine. It doesn't get better as it ages.
I think categorically meat doesn't age very well. Well,
I would say, go on, which meat?
A chorizo.
Oh, very good. Yes, no, but you're not eating a chorizo from 1972 though.
No, it does have a shelf life, you're right. Jesus. No, I probably wouldn't eat it. Probably wouldn't eat the mammoth meat. Also, don't eat meat at the minute.
I have a situation.
Go for it.
You've been out on the fucking drink all night, lad, right?
Happy days.
You come home next day, right? You're dying for a bit of something nice, some fast food, right? Just whatever it is. And you're too hungover to do anything. I come around, I got you a burger and some chips.
Love it.
Salty chips, burger.
Vinegar on the chips?
Vinegar, salt and vinegar, lad, all over them.
Classic,
right?
love that.
You can have ketchup if you want, but what I'm saying to you now, it's mammoth meat in the burger. Nobody's tasted that. It's 4,000 years old.
How hungover am I?
So hungover. You were on the pints of whiskey last night.
Pints of whiskey, Jesus. Oh, I was in Padraigines, was I? So, I think I'm eating it. I think genuinely. If you hand that to me prepared as a burger with and I'm dying, I'll have it, definitely.
Joke's on you, I've poisoned the chips.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win for me, Conor.
Yes! I feel like dying anyway.
It's the easiest way out. I think you've heard about the giant tortoise, right? So the giant tortoise.
The fact that it was so nice, it's the nicest meat that anyone's ever had, yeah.
Yeah, and there's no more of it. So what if we just brought that back? but we don't have to hurt any giant tortoises, or I say hurt, kill any giant tortoises.
I'm pretty sure there's like only like 4 left, and they're all heavily protected.
Yeah, so if you just make more, but just the meat. I don't think lab-grown meat is that weird. It's objectively less weird than how you get regular meat.
And also, the regular meat, they're injected it full of shit anyway. So
well, this is it, yeah.
At this point, which is the lab and which isn't, Seán?
Oh, Jesus, aren't we the experiments, really? Ho, 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 ho.
We're actually all going to die.
Modern life is a nightmare.
So, I mean, look, I just wanted to bring this up because I felt like it was the perfect culmination of our salty bowls and our mammoth meat our mammoths coming back to life. You've got mammoth meat coming back.
Hey, look, I will say, if I'm going to eat mammoth meat, I'm putting real salt on it. I'm not using the fucking bowl.
Okay, you're hungover, right? Dying. No other cutlery in the house. Absolutely. Oh, fuck. Pints of whiskey all night, and then I drank a few shots as well. Right?
Of whiskey, weirdly, was that?
Shots of whiskey as well. You just love whiskey. You're drinking it all night, right? Then I'm like, I got you this 4-in-1, right? 3-in-1, 4-in-1, whatever you want, right?
Do people know what a 4-in-1 is?
You have to eat. What? Do
people know what a 4-in-1 is? Do you want to explain that?
Please explain.
4-in-1, it's a takeaway item you can get. What am I thinking? Chips, rice, chicken, and curry sauce, right?
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
Perfect hangover cure, I can only assume.
Just carb.
Just pure carbs and salt. But Seán, I got you one of them, but you have to eat it in the salty vibrating bowl.
Can I turn it off? Can I turn the bowl off?
No, it has to be plugged in.
But that's I wouldn't put a I would just, what about the tub that it comes in? Can I not?
No, it's given to you in your hands.
In my hands.
They just get a ladle and they just pour it into your hands.
Is it hot?
Yes, it's burning you.
Okay.
You need to put it in a bowl.
In that very specific and outlandish circumstance, then I will use the weird bowl that makes things
so you've got
salty.
Back on your word.
Fuck
yes.
you.
You're a bit of fucking weak-willed, so you are.
Seán, would you like tea in the mug that kicks you in the face, or would you like boiling water poured straight into your hand?
John, I expected more.
Stuck by your morals.
Okay, Seán, we need to move on to our next piece of news. And what I have is prisoners in real life Shawshank Redemption breakout are arrested, stopping for pancakes.
Ah, lads, you were so close to the end there. But
this is one of those where they were so close to victory and they could smell it, but they could also smell pancakes.
I mean, and if you Shawshank Redemptioned your way out of a prison, you're going to want to smell some pancakes, I would say.
That is true. But their escape was short-lived after the pair decided to stop for pancakes and were identified by fellow diners. So prison officials discovered John Garza and Arlie Nemo were missing. Of course, Nemo was missing.
They found him,
from Newport News. I could have told you that he was going to I keep an eye on him.
Yeah, can't trust
The prisoners had dug a hole through a prison wall using primitive made tools constructed from a toothbrush and a metal object. The tools enabled them to exploit a construction design weakness in the prison to access untied rebars between the walls and use those to further escape. Garza and Nemo then scaled a high prison wall after getting out. It was a full-on prison escape.
I didn't know it. Like, it's mad that people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, just to do a prison escape, that's cool. That's cool to do, right? It's a cool plan.
I mean, it is a cool plan until they shoot you in the back.
Yeah, but like at least you escaped prison that one time.
At least you look class for a few minutes.
I don't know, I just got really interested in the Alcatraz prison escape when I was a kid. And I was just like, oh, this is really cool.
How old?
Probably like 8 or 9, to be fair. Like,
how interested are we talking here?
There used to be that Mythbusters episode. I just remember watching it on repeat. There's the film Escape from Alcatraz. That's really, really good. Watch that on repeat as well. Read a lot of Wikipedia.
How do you escape from Alcatraz?
So what you're going to want to do, right, is you make dummies of you and your fellow prison mates. Leave them in the bed. You wait till the guards change shifts. You've worn down the bars of the cell. You walk out. You have a raft made of coats that you then inflate. Now that raft Yeah, you're in the San Francisco Bay at this point, right? You're on a boat made of coats. You have to keep inflating that the whole way up. You're never found. Did you die? Did you escape? Who knows? Who could say?
I'll be honest with you, they definitely died.
No, Conor, the boat was made of coats.
No, I know the story is lovely if they survive because it's pretty cool. But look, they're on a boat full of... What are they on a boat full of?
Boat made of coats.
A boat made of coats.
3 grown men.
A boat made of coats. What I want you to do right now is get your coat and put it in a puddle.
Right.
Or even just fill up your bat and then just put a coat in it.
Mine's made of fleece. I don't know if that'll help.
And then try to stand on the coat.
No, because it's full of air, because they've tied the coats together into some kind of raft. But they have to keep inflating it the whole time.
Okay. Tie 2 coats together and keep inflating it and put it in your bag.
Conor, no, I can't stress how many coats they use. Like, it's upwards of 10 coats in this raft.
3 men, 10 coats.
Air inside the coats.
There's just no way.
Look, they're definitely dead now. Like,
yeah, well, obviously now, but at the same time, dead as well.
I don't know. There's still that bit of me that's like, maybe they did it.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like, plane guy.
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper. I watched that whole documentary on Netflix and it was just 4 episodes of, well, we don't fucking know, man. We don't fucking know. You watch 4-hour-long episodes of just people sitting down going, that's pretty fucked. We've no idea how to solve it.
It's crazy. This dude, no one suspected him, but then he did this. What happened to him? I don't know.
My favourite is the Unsolved Mysteries thing on Netflix, and people watching it going, why are they not solving any of these?
Because there was an episode of, there was some Discovery Channel show where it was the secrets of Al Capone's vault kind of a thing. And they told this whole story of Al Capone, how he hid all his money and all this. Then they broke open the vault at the end and it was just fucking empty. And it was the biggest anticlimax I've ever seen.
And do you think when filming that, they were like, this is going to be fucking gold?
Yeah.
Not literally and metaphorically, behind that wall is probably gold.
So much gold.
This is going to be the best documentary anyone's ever shot.
Because the whole thing the whole thing was done like they were in the place that they were cracking open the wall that the vault was behind. And then telling the story and it would cut away. Then they'd come back to the vault and see how progress is going.
And they knew. They knew. And afterwards you're like, do we put this out? Can we save this somehow?
And I think it ends with just being like, well, and that's the story. No one really knows.
Well, we tried. Well, you don't know.
Maybe the mystery is still out there.
Maybe the mystery was in us all along. Maybe that was the real mystery.
Maybe that mystery was the dog in us this whole time.
We got that dog in us. But in the case of Garza and Nemo, Sean, the pair's escape plan was foiled within hours by their apparent fondness for pancakes, as the 2 men were spotted by members of the public at an IHOP in the early hours of Tuesday morning. So they broke out that night. They dug a tunnel, broke out through the wall, sprinted across all of the yard, avoided all of the spotlights, scaled a high prison wall, somehow still got away, and the only reason they were caught is because they stopped at an IHOP and people knew and recognised their outfits as prisoner outfits.
I mean, yeah, that's weird that you would just go somewhere public while dressed as prisoners. They just didn't have a plan for when they got out of the prison. I get they were probably hungry, but surely there was something else nearby, or go and find some clothes and then go to the IHOP. What
are you thinking? You wouldn't go IHOP if you were going to go somewhere. I think McDonald's, because nobody asks questions at McDonald's. I think IHOP it's too fancy. If you're looking for somewhere where nobody's even going to raise their fucking eyes and look at you, McDonald's at 3:00 in the morning is the place to go.
That's true. And if you want to double down, you get a phone and you pretend you're an influencer doing a bit, and that's how you explain away the prison uniforms. It's like, what's up, guys? We're in
I'm putting a prank on my boy today. I'm going to dress him up as a prisoner and see what happens.
I will say McDonald's pancakes, not good. Don't like them.
Strong stance to take.
Too spongy for me.
What's your favourite pancake?
My favourite pancake's a crepe, Conor.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
So you've chosen wrong. That's interesting that you did that.
Crepe, Nutella, banana. What's wrong with that? You tell me.
I'm going American style. If I'm going pancakes, I'm going fluffy.
American style pancakes. No, they're too cakey for me. I need more pan.
I need less pan, more cake.
No, less cake, more pan.
Wait, a cake you do in the pan. It's a pancake.
It's all making sense now. I just like the versatility of a crepe, how it can be sweet or savoury depending on my mood.
I don't want versatility. I want my tum-tum full, Sean. You know that about me.
Do you want scrambled eggs in a crepe, Conor? Because I'll fucking get you some.
No, I don't.
It's delicious. Scrambled eggs, bit of salmon. Num num num.
Do you know what I started putting in my scrambled eggs recently?
Go for it.
We have little garlic granules, right?
Of course you do.
Started throwing a few little lemon, a sprinkle of them, just in the garlic. Instead of salt and pepper, a little bit of that, a little bit of some herbs, mixed herbs. Throw that in, bring it out, salt and pepper that up, put it on the toast. You're laughing, lad. You actually are. You'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
Laughing hysterically, like all those vampires around you. Fucking deja vu.
I took a load of drugs before I ate that scrambled egg, but I was laughing hysterically, so I was afterwards.
Garlic and egg, classic combo, just for what it's worth.
It's a classic combo.
It's so good. Do you know what I put in a bolognese the other day? Was I got a sriracha caramel. Conor, so it's spicy but it's sweet as well.
Tell me about that now.
Oh, I will, but maybe we should do it off mic because I feel we've lost the run of things here.
Sometimes different things interest us. We just don't talk enough. That's it, Sean.
That's it, yeah. We need some downtime between podcasts where we just fucking chat.
You need to text me every day what mad shit you're doing, because this is wild. You put sriracha in a fucking... Oh my God. Sean, we're not starting off. We're moving on, Sean, to our next piece of news, and it is Mount Dora man tries to evade police on bicycle.
It's not going to go well for this man, I think.
I think this might be a Florida man, but a Mount Dora man was arrested for look where Mount Dora is in America.
Dora the Explorer, is it?
Dora the Explorer, yeah. Mount Dora was
Florida.
A Mount Dora man was arrested for allegedly running from police on a bicycle after being stopped for missing lights. So police observed 46-year-old Ricky Lumar Taylor on a blue bicycle near Wardell Street, everyone's favourite street, at around 10 to 4 in the morning on Wednesday. His bike did not have a front light or a red rear light affixed to it. Completely in the dark was Ricky. Ricky, nobody could see him at all. Taylor refused to stop when an officer attempted to stop Taylor for the improper lighting. Loud verbal commands from the police to stop were met with Taylor with a nah.
Ooh, he hit him with the nah.
He hit him with the nah and then began to pedal faster to flee from law enforcement, who, Sean, were in a car. So difficult to flee, but he's attempted to give it a go.
I mean, it depends on how good he is on the bike, doesn't it? And what the speed limit is, because the cops, they have to stay within the speed limit.
So you're saying if the speed limit is 40 but he can pedal somehow at 50, he'll get away?
He will, but also he's now broken the speed limit, which is an additional crime.
Oh. So really you want to go 120 miles per hour on your bike?
I think you want to go 88 miles an hour so that you go back in time to pagan times.
Right, and sacrifice a goat.
Yeah, you've brought a goat with you. Yeah.
Of course you have. You're on a bike. Of course you have a little goat in the basket at the front.
He's your bell. You bring him and he goes where?
Honk, honk. That's what goats sound like, right? Taylor turned right onto Pine Avenue as police followed him in a patrol vehicle, the report said. He turned his bike onto a driveway and rode eastbound on the sidewalk as an officer pulled into another driveway further east of his location. The attempt to stop Taylor failed as he continued to cycle and continued to tell the officers nah whenever they told him to pull over.
He's fair play to the stamina on the man. Do you know, if I was being chased by a car, I'd fold pretty quickly, I imagine.
The officer apparently lost sight of Taylor. He was headed into a wooded area and notified other officers.
He's going off-road!
he's going off-road. He then went into the wooded area to try and stop Taylor from fleeing. At the time, another officer announced on the radio that he was on the far side of the wooded area and he had caught Taylor and was attempting to place him in handcuffs. Officers arrived to assist as Taylor refused to surrender his left arm and it began to continue sprinting back to his bike so he could get away over and over again.
So once I get to the bike, I'll be fine. Oh no, I handcuffed myself to the bike. Guess I'm off.
He was charged with failure to obey law enforcement order to stop and resisting arrest. Sean, here's the thing. You're on a bike, they're in a car. Florida man's never going to back down, but at the same time shouting nah to pull over seems like a poor option in that situation.
I mean, is the other option that you just pretend not to hear them and you're just like you just start whistling a merry little tune as you're cycling along?
You start like doing putting your legs out going wee.
Yeah. It's like, would a man under arrest do this, officer?
If I heard you, would I actually pull over or would I just go wee? I obviously would have pulled over if I'd heard what you were saying, officer, but I couldn't. I was too busy having fun going down that hill.
It's true. And like the next step would be like you get off the bike, they think you're pulling over. No, you're getting up onto like an old school penny farthing type situation.
And then an even bigger wee as you go down.
Oh, because of the big wheel, of course.
Because it's a big wheel, basically. How long would you think it takes to get on a penny farthing? You need a ladder, surely.
Look, you're not going to like what I'm about. I reckon I could do it first try in about 15 seconds.
There's no way you could do a first try.
Because it's just you haul yourself up. Like, you've stood up on things before.
What are you talking? What are you standing up on?
So you ever stand on a big rock or something? You just put your leg up and then you hoof and then up
a big fucking rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure. And how are you going to get on the big rock?
With my legs. Like, I could stand, this desk that I'm on right now, I could stand on that right now, right easy.
So where's the penny farthing though?
Penny farthing, like, you're going up to like, you got pedal height on a penny farthing. So you just need to get up that high. And then you swing yourself up.
The penny farthing is outside. Are you dragging your desk outside?
No, but I could be beside a wall on a penny farthing, like. That's fine if needs be. I'm not saying I even need the wall. I think I could just hop up.
You think that you could just fucking, like, Dukes of Hazzard hop up onto the bike?
I'm not saying, like, I take a running start to do one jump and I'm on the seat. I'm saying I'll get up the way the penny farthing was intended to be mounted.
With a ladder?
There's no ladder. I'll send you videos of lads getting on penny farthings. It's easy.
Yeah, and you are not those lads. I can only assume.
Those lads are from like the 1920s. They're all fucking dead.
I'm way fitter than a dead man.
I just think I could do it. Mate, it's my new confidence since my knees got fixed, Connor, but I think I'd be well able to do it. Now your knees
fixed, you're a changed man. I have to say you're a worse man. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say right now.
More arrogant, frankly.
Certainly more arrogant in what you can and cannot do, and I feel like it's not good. I think your niche is... I won't be able to do that, Connor.
No, because I could get up on you could get up on a penny farthing. Anyone could do it.
I never doubted that for a second, but for you, I meant.
No.
I mean, Jesus.
No, so you're just being mean to me now in particular here is what's happening. Right, I see how that goes.
No, because you always say, I could do that whenever you see the most mad shit.
Yeah, and some of it's like, I'd be Olympic level archery, which I still maintain with enough training I could do.
There's no way you'd be Olympic level archery.
I could right now get up on a penny farthing.
Put that on your gravestone. Most famous for saying, right now I could get up a penny farthing. Give me a penny farthing. I'd fucking go up on it.
Give me a penny farthing,
I'll
I'll stand on it immediately. See, that's one of those wagers I can make because it's never going to be called into question.
At our grand appearance at a Comic-Con, when we have like a massive audience, someone's going to bring a penny farthing out and we're all just going to watch you try and get on it.
And I'll do it, and then I'll do a little loop round the convention centre and I'll be like toodaloo and I'll cycle off into the sunset, and that's the end of the show.
You're going to say toodle-doo. That's what you're going to say as a last-ditch word.
Yeah. That's my plan. Also, if you were to, like, daily use, like, you, as your main bike, use a penny farthing, does that have to have lights on it? Or is it, like, a historical thing that they don't have to anymore?
Yes.
See, I've given you two options and you said yes there, so I'm not quite sure.
No, I said it doesn't have to have lights. Yeah, it does not have to have lights on it. Yes, it does not have to. Wait, no. Yes, it does have to have lights.
Okay,
on
you
it.
see my confusion is all. Okay, so I get a penny
No,
farthing.
I look. So it's gotta have lights on it because it's still a bike that's on the road technically. So I mean, you gotta have the right stuff on it.
Okay. And hypothetically, if I were to drive a penny farthing around town here, how long before I get the shit kicked out of me?
Well, I would think you wouldn't be allowed because you don't have your license, and I feel
you
like
don't
that's
need a
something
license
that you
for a
factor
penny
in.
farthing. That's one of the beauties of the machine, Conor.
I'd give you a day before you got beaten up.
Before I'm set upon.
Because I think the first day you go out and people go home and go, did you see that fucking agent on the fucking penny farthing in town? That's fucking weird. And then the second day you go out, somebody has a grudge, clearly, because of just your style points that you're showing off.
I think that's it. And maybe that's an Ireland thing. But yeah, I feel in America it would be like, oh, I saw a penny farthing today. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
In Ireland, it's some fucking dickhead has a penny farthing.
And he keeps trying to go back in time to sacrifice a goat.
Yeah, he keeps saying that
weird.
a lot, actually. It's his solution to everything.
Seán, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week of weird news, Conor. Would you like me to take us out?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero. Wednesday with Weird News Wednesdays. The Patreon will have movie reviews and stuff going up there. And then we'll be back in a week for more shows. We're still working on the new outro. It's tough. What's not tough is becoming a Patreon. There's a link in the description, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Big shout outs to Róisín the wife Paramore, Joe Burney, Russ. Congrats, boys. Since dropping your weekly movie show, you've only talked about movies in both Weird News Wednesdays-Parfitt. Yeah, called out right there. Waffles, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash and It'll Be Grand Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus Forever Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, You Are the Spark That Will Boil the Kettle That Will Make the Coffee That Will Burn the First Order Down, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Ed Ball, The Adventures of Indiana Jones and the Franchise That Just Won't Die, Lorraine and Conor have swapped the order of the names to purposefully bamboozle Seán, Jackson, Bruheim and Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon. You know what, Liz? Fair play, because that's...
My advice is everyone get drunk and subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, tipsily subscribe to the Patreon. I tipsily subscribe to being on this podcast on St. Patrick's Day. So...
That's true.
It is true. We met in a McDonald's bathroom. Anyway.
He was doing a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah. We're not being serious, by the way. I just want to...
Oh yeah, no, sorry, no, I don't do cocaine. It's not my wheelhouse.
Not anymore. Ever since the penny farthing incident.
No, there was no incident. I think that's about
You're
it.
still not allowed near that school.
I think that's about it.
Okay,
Conor.
I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Seán, man.
We should see you all next week, guys.
Toodaloo.
Bye. Toodaloo.